Hey Exiles, GhazzyTV here with a top 5 League starter builds for the upcoming 3.11 Harvest League. The league is heavily focusing on crafting, so I would strongly recommend checking out my craft guide series, which will teach you everything from the very basics of crafting all the way to meta crafting as well as profit crafting, which is available from any type of budget. And before diving into our first build, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes, likes and comments, as it does help my channel get back on track. And on top of that, there is a PoE MTX giveaway happening thanks to MSI. Now a link to this video is in the descriptions below, where we are actually creating, thanks in collaboration with BHB Mods, a custom PC build inspired by Path of Exile. So enough pleasantries and on with the first build. Or would I rather say builds, as there are a few versions of this that would work extremely well. And it is the classic miner builds, utilizing anything from Ball Lightning to Purifying Flame, even Wave of Conviction, and of course Toxic Rain. Now the gameplay shown is from my Ball Lightning build guide, and what's important to note with the Ball Lightning is that it received a significant buff in the patch notes. However, the slower projectile slow effect is reduced by 19% at gem level 20, which means we would consider getting a bit of AoE to make sure we hit the cap, which is 13 hits per second per ball. Now, however, thanks to the damage effectiveness being buffed and the already absurd amount of damage provided by a build like this, it should shine very well in both terms of leveling thanks to the patch notes update, as well as the endgame capabilities. The second build will be the classical Enki Arc Witch build, as it has since the guide thread's creation been considered a super strong and solid league starter build. Now Enki is one of the few guide creators in our community that make guide threads worthy of trophies. Someone that I personally look up to when I make my own guides, and it is virtually impossible to fail this build if you are new to the game, and the endgame performance is confirmed to be absolutely admirable based on the testing thanks to Enki prior to the league. The guide will obviously be updated and ready to deploy for 3.11 Harvest. Another build that has been considered a super strong league starter build since the release of the actual ability, and has since those 4.5 years actually never ever seen a nerf, and that is the Essence Drain Chaos Dot build. Now obviously there is a lot of variants of this, ranging from the usage of Bane already over to Soul Rend, including Contagion for the spread, or even using Blight. Now it is a very strong league starter build, it's cheap, it's effective, and it also has the possibility to scale very well for endgame by going into a low life approach, which was very popular during the Delirium League. Now my personal approach with this build is to use SS Drain for single target and clear things with Bane, however it all comes down to a matter of personal preference. The 3.11 patch notes did not touch directly on the Animate Weapon ability, however it was indirectly buffed quite significantly with the changes, or would I rather say nerf, made to the Cluster Jewel notable Vicious Bite, as it is now no longer restricted to specific minions, which allows us to utilize it instead of Precise Commander note for the build, which grants us tons of more crit chance and critical strike multiplier. And this makes the build extremely solid as a league starter build, as well as great usage for the endgame. It is crucial though to include the fact that some people might feel that this build is kind of clunky due to the manual summoning process the build requires. So perhaps the next build in this video, in that case, will be better suited for your needs. The well-known Lich Queen build, which is heavily focusing on Spectres with the combination of having skeletons to do extra damage for bossing, has been lately using the absolutely insane Redemption Sentry Spectres, which were untouched in the patch notes, surprisingly. Now directly, however, as mentioned with the Animate Weapon build earlier, the Vicious Bite notable is now a global modifier for minions rather than minion specific, but it has also slightly been adjusted to provide less efficiency for this specific build. Now this is generally not a problem, as you won't really notice a difference between doing, let's say, 10 million Seer's DPS compared to doing 12 million Seer's DPS, as the numbers is already obnoxiously high. And I've also been able to confirm during Delirium League that the build performed admirably even in a 100% delirious tier 16 map with only using one cluster jewel rather than actually stacking them. Now I've linked in the descriptions below both a link to the Lich Queen version that utilizes skeletons, as well as the pure Spectre oriented version. Now that is my current list of League starters I can wholeheartedly promote, and I wish you all the best of luck in Harvest League, and as always Exiles, till next time, stay safe and keep rocking.